It says Beijing is employing a misleading interpretation of a key UN resolution to create the legal basis for a future attack. China says that 1970s UN Resolution 2758, which led to Taiwan's expulsion from the body and Beijing assuming a seat at the UN, gives international legal backing to its claims over the island. Taiwan was formerly called the Republic of China. Its government fled to the island in 1949 after losing a civil war with Mao Zedong's communists. The U.S. State Department called China's statement an international mischaracterization and misuse of Resolution 2758. It said the comments are part of China's broader coercive attempts to isolate Taiwan from the international community. Is Chinese regime leader Xi Jinping trying to shift Washington's Taiwan policy? Xi stated Tuesday that he's against Taiwanese independence. He made the remark at an event marking the 76th anniversary of the founding of the Chinese regime. This comes after the Wall Street Journal reported that Xi is trying to press President Trump to formally oppose Taiwan's independence, and he may have that leverage. That's because Washington is eager to make a trade deal with Beijing. Following the report, Taiwan's foreign ministry confirmed Washington isn't changing its policy on the island. NTD's Tiffany Meyer has this report.
In
fact, the United States has already made relevant statements on this point, mainly stating that its position on Taiwan remains unchanged and it opposes any unilateral changes to the status quo. In addition, China's action continues to be the single greatest threat to peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait.
The Taiwan Strait separates Taiwan from mainland China. Beijing has been regularly deploying military jets to fly near the island. The Chinese Communist Party sees Taiwan as part of its territory and has vowed to take it under control by force if necessary. That's despite never having ruled it. The U.S. acknowledges Beijing's stance toward Taiwan, but does not endorse it. Washington maintains official relations with Beijing, though it sells weapons to Taiwan so it can defend itself. President Trump has said several times that China won't invade Taiwan while he remains in office. The recent remark from U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick has sparked concerns on America's defense commitment to Taiwan. Lutnick suggested that instead of relying on Taiwan to make most of America's advanced semiconductors, Taiwan's microchip production capacity should be split 50-50 between the U.S. and Taiwan.
So the idea that I pitched them was, let's get to 50-50. We're producing half, and you're producing half.
Taiwan's semiconductor industry is known as the Silicon Shield. The idea is that the microchips that Taiwan makes are so vital for U.S. security that Washington would be compelled to protect the island. Lutnick said his goal was to produce enough microchips here at home to fulfill 40% of U.S. demand by the end of Trump's term. The shift would require $500 billion investment dollars. Analysts say the U.S. wants control over key supply chains, especially the chip industry. But Taiwan plays an important role in geopolitical competition, so the U.S. can't ignore the island's security. To respond to the reports about Washington's Taiwan policy, the U.S. State Department says that the U.S. position on Taiwan has not changed, adding it still adheres to the One China policy, which is based on the Taiwan Relations Act, as well as the 3 U.S.-China joint communiques, and the 6 assurances to Taiwan. All of these exist to safeguard the status quo.
A bear in Alaska wins an annual competition for